It's time to shoot some hoops. Get ready for the thrill. NBA SA is on. Let's see who got the skill. From dunks to three-pointers, we got it all for you. Tune in and join the action. There's nothing else to do. NBA SA, NBA SA, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
We go live in 3, 2. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the NBA ASA show. It is season 3, episode 4. It's halftime of the Dallas Mavericks. We're playing the LA Clippers. Timmy, you tell us what has happened in the first half of game 4, sir. You tell us quickly.
In a nutshell, right? Luka and Kai have the Clippers exactly where they want.
No, he's lying. The Clippers went up by 31 points. And fortunately, they have Kyrie Irving, who went on a massive rant and brought them back at halftime, and they are only down by 17. Funny enough, though, no? I still think Dallas can win this game.
They won the second game like this.
As we've seen with Denver, no lead is safe.
Yeah.
And did you see the crowd when they went down, when they brought it back to 21? Crowd was going nuts.
But that's
momentum.
That said a lot to me. Yeah, it said a lot to me about the type of fan Dallas has. That's quiet.
I think it helps that it was in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Lots
if
of
it was,
them.
Yeah.
It was in the fourth. They could be quiet. I used to.
They're walking, yeah. But Owens, let's get into some of the matchups that have happened. Kirk, let me start with you. Miami Heat pulled off a game 2 win. The Celtics are up 2-1. Came back and won game 3. Where do you see that going, sir? Do Miami stand a chance?
We're not talking about this. Keep the chin moving.
No.
We're on the clock here. We're not talking about Miami. Out of here.
Okay.
No.
I think Miami can still do something, but you never know. Moving on.
They might ease somebody, but that's the only something they're going to do. They're not going to do Cancun on 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Cancun. Out.
Let's keep it moving with the East. It's 2-2 with Cleveland versus the Orlando Magic. How do you boys see that running? Kirk, you go first. Home court.
Orlando is growing in belief I think because they're so young, there was an interview with Suggs and he was saying how the vibe of the playoffs just got them going and stuff. And so they experienced it for the first time and they're hyped and they're just so fresh and they just look lekker, man. They play
with house money. They're having fun. They've got nothing to lose. They're big. They're physical. That's dangerous, man. They're playing loose.
Paulo is wrecking.
So after 4 games, they've both won 2. Give me your predictions. How do you see the rest of the series running out?
I would like Magic to go through.
You called Magic, eh?
Yeah.
You were like, there's nothing to lose here, maybe the Magic. It didn't matter. They're playing Boston after this. So let's go with the fun bet. It's fun for now.
Yeah. So who you got, Tim?
Look, remember we both, Kirk and I, said the head is probably with Cleveland, but the heart is with Orlando. And so we said Orlando.
Yeah.
So, and I was worried after the first 2 games. But I like with
I mean, they showed character to win the 2 home games after going 2 down, because it could have been quite easy to just go, okay.
Absolutely. And they went down. I mean, they threw some haymakers now. They went fighting. Yeah.
Moving along, Philadelphia are down 3-1. Embiid doesn't look himself, although he had a monster game. He just didn't look like the dominating Embiid. Timmy, you go first. What's happening with Philadelphia? Both of you called Philadelphia to beat them.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
They just...
I was the only one that said Knicks. That's why I'm winning beers.
Yes.
Do you know the strangest thing in that game? Philly looked good until the fourth. And then they just went super tight. They went tight,
Yeah.
tight. Right? And it was the strangest thing to watch, especially when you have the best player. And and for some reason they don't do anything to help Maxi get going. They just hope that he'll just do his thing. Right? And then Dallas does that with Kai. But Kai and Maxi are in different stages of their careers. Like Kai understands the flow of a game and how to do it.
Yeah.
Strange. Look,
Kirk?
it's 15 points now, no? Just saying. We're gonna watch it
Just
go down. It'll be-
Dallas's game is on. Yeah. Kirk, how do you see that series playing out?
Embiid must think the world's against him because coming off the injury, walking into the Bell's palsy, shame the bra, and he's soldiering on, but you can see you can see he's not 100%, and that is the biggest thing in the playoffs is surviving injuries. And once your stars go down, I mean, look at Bucks. Bucks are fucked, really
Yeah.
fucked. And this might be the saving grace for Doc because his two stars are ailing. It's not him.
You
this
can't
time.
blame him. Yeah,
But
you
I
can't
mean,
blame him.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
as with Bucks, Embiid is their best player, and he's not. He's a shell of himself. So
Yeah.
it's tough.
Go, Tim.
Yeah.
So in the week,
Top.
I was speaking to a friend of the show, Canyo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And he's convinced that all of this is brought on by Embiid's bad karma. Because he left Pascal in that national team and he agreed with Macron he's going to go and play there.
Yeah.
He got the passport and then immediately was like, deuces, I'm going to go play with the States.
Is there-
In the Olympics. And that bad karma, he's attracting all of this nonsense.
Could be. Could be. Could be.
Do these
Just to
Clippers
touch on.
not miss? Do they fucking not miss?
Yeah, this clip is on fire.
Everything.
On fire.
Everything.
While Tim focuses on the Dallas game, quickly, Kirk, do you see any way back for Milwaukee?
No.
For real?
Now they're broken.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
Dame is out as well, potentially out for the next game.
Giannis and Middleton, they're broken. Like the team is legitimately built around them.
Yes.
It's like if you get into your car, we take your engine out. You're not going anywhere. The engine is gone.
If you take a steering wheel, the accelerator pedal.
Alice.
Oh, my drive, but it's gonna be fun very soon.
If you're a Flintstone.
Yeah. All right, that's the East. Let's move on to the West quickly, fellas. It's been very, very clear that number 1, number 2, and number 3.
12-point difference.
Oh,
Winter's
Dallas are coming.
yeah.
Dallas are coming.
Winter's
Dallas are
coming.
coming. Okay, listen. So, number 1, number 2, and number 3 in the West
Back off.
have shown. Hey!
Right, what are you talking about?
So, OKC was the first ranked team. Denver was the second ranked team, and Minnesota was the third ranked team. And it's clear that they were obviously the better teams in the postseason and the preseason. Sorry, in the actual season as well as in the postseason, because they are just dominating their opponents. Let's start off with OKC. OKC play. I'm not forgetting here.
Pulse.
OKC play the Pelicans, although the Pelicans is like a little crutch without Zion. It really feels like there's no belief even from their side. McCollum is not that guy. He's not that guy. And Brandon Ingram looks like, yeah, shame, man. But anyway, you guys give me your thoughts quickly there. Clear, run away with OKC over here. Tell me, you go first.
Yeah, look. That series is done. Done. At first, I thought that maybe if Zion was playing, coming out of it, Zion looked really good, but because he
Yeah.
didn't even make it into the series, artists. And you must remember, in fairness to them, BI just came back from injury. He played like a game or 2 games before that series, and McCollum just hasn't been the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like that Pels team.
Yeah.
It's just unlucky. Yeah.
Kirk?
It's feels like CJ peaked 2 weeks too soon. Because leading into the playoffs, he was warm. He was like he had 3 or 4 games. He was just knocking threes for jokes. He couldn't miss, and then he just went cold after that.
Yeah. Yeah. But OKC are such a fun team to watch.
Yeah.
When the crowd start barking now, all of a sudden, Jay Williams is such a star. It's actually such an interesting position that Jay Will is in because all the spotlight is on Shai, all the spotlight is on Chet, and he just plays like this third role, but he's such a great player. Damn it. And I think like it's really easy to play in that position when everybody expects the other two players to perform and you can just go out and play your game. So I've
Yeah.
really been enjoying watching him. Any comments on Jay Will?
Yes, but not that J Will. My favorite is the other J Will, the man on the bench who gets most excited about everybody else. He's phenomenal, and I really dig that. Like they're super young, right? Super young. They're the youngest team to ever get the #1 seed.
Yeah.
Right. And they do all sorts of little quirky things together. So on the walk-up interview, they'll all just laminate just together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the other guy. I know it's a professional sport, but we didn't fall in love with basketball because of the NBA. We fell in love with basketball because that's actually where our friends were.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's
Yes.
cool to see those same elements in that particular team. I love it.
Professional teams, yeah.
Yeah. I love the good vibes in professional teams, even though they're making millions and millions and millions and millions, that they can enjoy that and enjoy the moments.
Yeah.
Love it. It's my favorite cutouts in between the, like, you see the highlight and then you see the way that people connect. That's what's
Yeah.
special about sport. And they've got a lot of that. I enjoy watching that.
Facts. Moving along, the Minnesota Timberwolves. This current squad is the first Minnesota team to ever go 3-0 up in a playoff series, ever. And they're doing it against Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. Kirk, is this supposed to happen? As is because it's the much better team, or are we seeing that the superstar put together team just does not work?
Look, so the Teals have been doing this all season. They've been playing well. They look good. There were some issues around their fourth quarters. They looked a bit lost in their fourth quarters at times. And the question for them was because I think they had one playoff run last year against Memphis. I think Memphis knocked them in the first round last year, if I remember correctly. So they were still very much untested. And everybody's waiting to see what they were going to do in the playoffs, how they were going to come out this year. And fuck it, they've looked good. They've got they pride themselves on D. They grimy, they gritty, the role players work hard. They're like a more balanced Mavs almost, if you want, like for comparison. Yeah, I'm loving them. Kobe, who has been the biggest joke in the NBA for the past few years. He was at one point over the last 2 seasons, he looked like he was coming to the end of his career because just people didn't know how to use him, or he was just struggling to find to add value besides grabbing rebounds and changing shots around the rim because people were stretching him. But yes, he's found a role in that team, and him and Conley look good together. But for me, Ant-Man at 22 years old, it's 10 points. He looks Ant-Man at 22 years old looks so comfortable in the playoffs. He's always in control. He understands the flow of the game. He doesn't force it. Generally, at this stage of an NBA superstar's career, they're looking to put up numbers. They're just looking to score as much points as possible and put their stamp on the league. But he's doing it he's almost 3 steps ahead of where he's supposed to be, because he's getting teammates involved, he's letting the game come to him, he's not forcing things. And Joey, he looks so poised, and I enjoy watching him play.
Facts. Anthony Edwards. And it does help that the NBA's media team is hyping him up like a superstar wants to be hyped up. Do you know what I mean? Like, they really talking about him as he's Michael Jordan's baby type conversation, you know? Timmy, give me your thoughts on a young player. I mean, you can relate with following Lucas so closely. A lot of responsibility all of a sudden at 22 falls on your shoulders. And although he looks very comfortable in his swag and handling all of this, talk to us about that, bro. Being such a young bro, trying to run an organization with all this media hype. What do you think's happening with him, bro? Does that make him better?
Maybe just a couple of things on that. Him and Luka are fundamentally the opposite. Luka was playing pro ball by the time he was 16. In fact, I think he may have gotten one of his first MVPs in the Euro League when he was like 17. Right? At that stage, apparently, Ant was basically not playing basketball at all. He was an American football player. He wasn't going to go to the league. He was going in the opposite direction. Right? They had doubts about drafting him number 1 because they weren't sure if he liked basketball. Let that fucking sink in. 1 second. Right?
Wow.
Fundamentally opposite. And also, in fairness to him, they've done a really good job of surrounding him with lots of experience. Right? You've got the nicest guy in the league ever in Conley, right? Cool, calm head. You got Kyle Anderson, massive veteran, right? You had Cat, who was actually the franchise star, right? And it just happens to be exactly that player who seems comfortable to have given it off. You name one other, it looks like it, looks happy. They're all happy, right? Not
He
his
himself.
team, nobody. Yeah.
Cat himself said, nah, Ant is the face of the franchise. He himself said it.
And that's unique. In fact, I can't think of any other, maybe Paul George. Maybe Paul George is the one other superstar that has kind of done that, right?
The Admiral.
Hey?
The Admiral.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, but look at that. Now we've had to go back 30 years. Doesn't happen often. So it's a very unique circumstance. And you have another veteran in Gobert. They've surrounded him with old heads. Right? And I think that's good. And the coach, the Finch has been good. Listen, it's a subplot. I hope they're shooting the last dance in the Timberwolves, because that team can't be kept next season. The most expensive team in the league. And you have an ownership who's fighting with one another. So A-Dot says, I bought it. Right? Taylor's like, but you haven't paid me. So, who's going to get this? Right? So, whatever happens, Cat's gone. Artists. This team is not back next year. So, I hope they do something.
It's so sad, eh?
Yeah.
And I think
I'll tell you this, though.
Conley's hopping on that.
If they win the championship, they'll stay together.
I don't think so. I don't think they can be afforded. They're already past the second apron. Like they are past. And then they can do nothing. Like it's the penalties are harsh.
Wow.
So you must win all those penalties.
Yeah.
You must win and then say thank you.
All right.
And then,
before we get to Dallas,
listen, by the way, have you checked the score?
It's still 10 points.
It's a 10-point lead with 8 minutes, just over 8 minutes left in the third quarter. We have a proper game.
Clippers have just lost their challenge, or their dome challenge. They're getting nervous. The momentum is going.
He's reaching you.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I'm gonna come back here. I'm not watching anymore.
Those Mavs table officials are such nice people, eh?
Vibes. Vibes. Look at the vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
They're the best table officials in the league, bro. Just so
And the real
fun.
MVPs. The real MVPs.
Sammy's got no bad to say about anything inside that fucking arena.
Nothing. Nothing. Even the print of the floor is clearer in Dallas.
It's unique.
Did you see
Look at that
did you see the way
spotlight.
that the lights make a change? Huh? The colors change the bottom. Sometimes it's green, sometimes it's green.
And the guys that printed the floor, they get along so well.
Unlike in Milwaukee, where everybody must improve. The bad guys, the caterers, everyone, the whole organization must improve. They must just keep their vibes.
There is nothing wrong with the Dallas Mavericks, pal. Everything is perfect.
Perfect.
Except for the score right
Just
now.
like-
I don't know. That's a time thing. That's just a time. It's only a matter of time. Actually,
Listen here. So LeBron and AD figured out how to beat Denver once. Do you think they can do it twice? Just
no,
do you think they can do it
because
twice?
it had nothing to do with him. The league said they must win one, and Denver was like, okay, man, win one. Because we don't want to get rusty. Because if we beat you so quickly, we must wait for the other series. Nah, man, just take it. We beat you in Denver, and we stay there.
Yeah, exactly. Because last year
It's just a practice game.
Now huh?
It's just a practice game.
I think Lakers win game 5.
Okay.
Is Murray injured?
Murray was hobbling at the end
Hobbling
of the
and
fourth.
wobbling. If he's hobbling
Yeah.
and wobbling, maybe you got something. If he's not and he's playing, just keep it moving. We're not going to talk about this like we're not going to talk about Boston.
Okay. Okay.
So what do you think happened in that game? Wes? How did Lakers win?
I think that every game that they played in this series, the Lakers had a legit chance to beat them every single game. And they just did not finish well. Every single time, they just did not. They lost game 2 with a buzzer beater shot to Murray. Game 3, they were in the lead for most of the game. So I just legit think, I think they can still win game 5. I really do. I wouldn't be surprised if they win game 5.
Cool.
All right, Timmy, floor is yours about Dallas, pal.
Somebody actually just, when Dallas went down, because my phone blows up. Are you watching this? Are you watching this? But somebody did message me. Say, hey, Dallas was making the comeback. Oh, Dallas the Arsenal of basketball. And I was like, so then who the Clippers? And they were like, PSG. It's like, okay.
They are PSG.
I'm like, shout out to David for mentioning that. I was like, okay. Look here. I was hoping if they win this game, then 75% of the time in the same situation that they go on to win the series. 75% of the time.
Yeah.
Also, I think if they win this game, they would have removed a piece of the Clippers' soul.
Yes.
Soul as well. Imagine going up 30 and then losing the game. That is
deadly.
And to be honest,
ask the Lakers.
down 11, 7 minutes left in the third. I'm feeling right. The other team just shot 70% from 3. Right? You can't do that the whole game.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Was Lucas'
The law of averages, guys.
What's Lucas' foul situation like at the moment? Jesus.
I think he's
still on 3.
Jesus.
Law of averages.
2 dunks.
2 dunks missed. How do you miss 2 dunks in a row?
Lucas gonna get another tick and then he's gonna be in his chops.
Lucas an odd guy.
2 fucking dunks missed.
2 dunks missed.
Oh, and an offensive foul. Unlucky, son.
Yeah, but that was a clear moving streak. And they called it the whole game. Right.
Okay. Kirk,
What?
we don't know this result yet, right?
Uh,
If the Clippers win, it's 2-2. How do you see the series playing out if the Clippers win this game?
Dallas is still gonna win.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Dallas
can't
is
answer
just
me that question.
Dallas is too good a team. It's same as Clippers and Phoenix are the same. But I think Clippers are slightly better because
Better coach.
I think they're better. They coach better, yeah. But I think Dallas will beat them.
Mm. Yes,
Luka and
when
Luka
Luka
and
gets that
Kyrie
play on his hip, nah. Yes, sis. It's like glue. You like glue on his hip, and you just can't go anywhere. He's got like the fattest hips in the NBA.
But he's playing junk. He hasn't had a good series yet, eh?
Hmm.
Yeah. And
It's,
again,
It's the defense.
the law of
there's too much.
averages.
I think you're right. These two teams really don't like each other because he's been grumpy this and he's back to the old Moni Luka in this series, which isn't a good look for him.
Lekker. It's not lekker to watch.
Yeah.
Which is completely different to Kyrie, eh? Like if you notice how little Kyrie complains about anything.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. Fellas, I want to end it off with one question. Is it the end of the era? Is the Curry, Durant, LeBron era officially over?
He'll also be quiet next year.
Yeah, but
Well,
I mean winning
none of them are going to win
championships.
it. None of them are going to win
Well,
a championship.
the teams were irrelevant last year already. So if
Yeah.
the definition is that, then it was clear already.
How can you say that? LeBron was in the Western Conference final last year.
By a fluke.
This nigga.
Okay, so
Answer the question. Answer the question.
At this. Yeah, look at this. LeBron has been to the finals once in his Lakers career, and that he needed a Bombay bubble to get to the finals.
Asterisk. He needed an asterisk.
And Steph had a Mursa run into the finals. He just had 1 year where he was just Super Saiyan.
Mm.
And KD, when last was KD relevant? The last time he was in Golden State. When he left Golden State, he hasn't. Although that 1 year
Would have been more relevant if his shoe size was smaller.
in Brooklyn, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, but yes, I think their era has
over.
Has passed. Yeah.
Timmy, you feel the same?
No, you said Steph. I don't know how the Golden
Durant.
I don't see how Golden State get better. You said Phoenix, and I don't see what moves that team can make to get.
Actually, I see how Golden State can get better if they trade CP. You must get rid of that bad karma, man.
Like Doc to the Bucks.
The Lakers could win next year. They could do. They still have some sort of flexibility. They still got some sort of assets, right? But if we all had to take our money out, I promise you, none of us would be putting it to the Lakers to be in the conference finals next year or the finals next year. No chance. Actually, Wiz, would you? I'll bet beer now.
A keg.
A whole year. Must I wait a whole year for a six-pack? I just want the Knicks to win. I get the same result. Fellas, it's been a good one. Thanks for the chat. We'll catch up in round 2 of the NBA playoffs again.
Enjoy the Mavs comeback, guys. It's happening.
It's happening. Still a 10-point game. Let's see how this plays out and see if we get our predictions right. Peace out, fellas. Let's
Yeah.
go Dallas.
Knicks go Dallas.
So, boys,
It sounds like a little bit of an erotic movie.
I think anything with Mavericks in it is erotic for you, Tim.
It's a family show. We're done.
Fade to black.
Fade to black.
And scene.